My name is Andrew Rudder. I'm a personal injury lawyer practicing out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I specialize in catastrophic impairment law. I'm also a published author of a LexisNexis Inc. book called Catastrophic Impairment Law in Canada. And I'm also an active vlogger. I have a vlog series called Personal Injury Lawyer Tips, which I produce on a regular basis and publish monthly. So being able to respond promptly is of the utmost importance. When I'm away on vacation, I was always concerned about that. With Clio Grow, I love it because it's a cloud-based software. So I'm able to manage the intake process and the steps and use automation to move that lead down the pipeline towards becoming a retained client with relative ease. I use a lot of the really cool features in there, especially with regards to automation to facilitate that. And literally I was able to sit down in a cafe, sitting on Adobe or Espresso, con latte caldo, and with some dolce, and still be able to set up Zoom calls with a new lead that I got, still be able to send them the appropriate forms for them to complete to get the information with relative ease, have the email sent to that potential lead that was contacting me through the automation features. And I eventually got that client to sign a contingency fee agreement while I was still in Italy, and became my client before I returned back home to Toronto.
Yeah, and I might be a little biased here because I'm in marketing, but I love to hear you talk about your marketing tips. So maybe you can share a few of those.
Yeah, sure. So before I talk into my marketing approaches, I just want to talk quickly about 5 stages that I identified in any law firm's growth, especially PI law firms. So first is lead generation, and this one's a tricky one. Arguably, this is probably the most important one. Because regardless of how good of a lawyer you are, regardless of how good your intake software is, you're not going to use any of that if you don't have any clients. This is the one I struggle with the most. They don't teach you how to generate new leads in law school. So when I started my law firm about 3 years ago, I had to figure all this stuff out on the fly. The next stage is lead qualification. Once you spend all this time investing in marketing campaigns, your advertising campaigns, and get all these nice leads, how do you filter through all the new leads that you get? Your time is limited. I'm a big proponent of the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule. 80% of your time should be focused on 20% of the things that are moving the money needle. Anything else, you should be assigning to someone else, or you should be automating it. Qualifying new leads that come to you should be automated. So the next stage is a client intake and client relationship management stage. Clio Grow obviously is the one I use. I rely on that heavily. Next one is the advanced document management stage. I rely on Clio Manage, obviously. And the last one is one that's not talked about a lot, that I heavily rely on, and that's the post-settlement client maintenance stage. I get a lot of referrals from the clients that I actually serve from getting good results for them. And then I try to maintain that relationship, again through automation, sending out emails to the client periodically on their birthday, asking them how they were. It's amazing. They're the ones who can really speak for you when you're not in the room with someone else. And they have the experience with how well you provide your legal services to them. And I've gotten a number of additional referrals because I maintain that relationship with my clients after I settle their files and get a really good result from them. It's amazing how something as small as just an email saying happy birthday goes a long way. So I want to talk about some of my approaches that I've discovered in the last 3 years that really helped me out a lot. So I'm going to talk about paid traffic marketing, owned traffic marketing, and another concept called earned traffic marketing. And I'll talk in a little more detail about what those are. So paid traffic marketing is exactly what it sounds. It refers to ad spots that you pay for, such as on search engine result pages, as well as social network websites. Similar to how you would pay for an ad space in a print publication. I use Facebook quite a bit. You can spend about $25 to $35 and get your ad in front of anywhere from 1,500 to 3,500 people. I like Facebook because it tracks over 50,000 data points on each user as they use their platform. That really helps me target specific demographics. As a small law firm, I stay on saturated markets such as Toronto.
And thank you for coming. you.